But our first guest is a superb and versatile actor whom you can see in the critically acclaimed new movie, Call Me By Your Name. It's in select theaters now. Please welcome Armie Hammer.
I'm well, dude. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It is nice to have you on the show. I have one request. Please don't call me Jimmy.
You got it. You got it. I'm actually thrilled that Jimmy is not here.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I've done the show a few times, like I think 7 times or something like that, and every time I managed to put my entire foot all the way into my mouth.
Really? How so?
Yeah. One of the times I actually announced our child's gender.
Oh.
Yeah, which we were not doing at the time. Yeah. And I once also embarrassed myself by telling drunk stories about vodka. It was an issue. Yeah.
Drunk stories about vodka? That sounds like fun.
It was great. It was great. I mean, also, they ended up sending me a case of vodka afterwards. So.
Which vodka is this?
Yeah. By the way.
Can we...
Which camera? Because of Beluga Gold Line vodka.
Yes.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yes, Beluga Gold Line vodka.
For both of us, two cases. But it was a disaster.
Okay. Well, we'll try and buck the trend.
Thank you.
Hey, speaking of your unborn daughter, is the right sex?
Well, now they've both been born at this point.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Your daughter has a familiar name. Your daughter's name, if I'm not mistaken, is Harper Grace.
Yes.
That is my daughter's name.
Do you think that's an accident? By the way, okay, so you had the name first. This is true.
This is true. Our daughters have the exact first and middle name.
And also, your last name is Harris.
Man.
I know. So they also have the same initials, Hammer and Harris. So like it's really, we just stole everything, basically. Yeah, we went full single white female. Yeah.
Oh, really? What's next?
I don't know. Well, you'll see.
Harper Grace Hammer.
Yep.
That sounds like a superhero.
It does. But that was like part of the reason we chose it, and we chose it before we found out what your daughter's name was. And I distinctly remember a moment where my wife was pregnant, and she called me, and she goes, "What the f-" to borrow your words. And I was like, what? She goes, "Do you know what Neil Patrick Harris's daughter's name is?" And I was like, honestly, no, I don't. And she goes, "It's Harper Grace." And I go, "Oh, that's so funny." She goes, "That's our name." And I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure their daughter was born first. So maybe it's their name, and we kind of usurped it. I don't know.
Well, we have had great luck with Harper Grace as a name.
Great.
And I'm sure you have as well. So
far, so good.
It's a beautiful name. Have you've been working a ton? Are you taking your time off? Have you gotten to do anything fun, relaxing?
No.
Not really?
No, not really.
Work.
Yeah, it's been work. It's been fun. We've been kind of out promoting this movie now, so...
you have the movie coming out, and then you also are about to do a show on Broadway, am I right?
Yes, and I'm so glad you bring this up, because I actually want to talk to you about this. I need pointers. I've never done this before.
Well, this is a big deal. Tell everyone about what you're making your Broadway debut.
Yeah, no, it's true. I'm going to go do a play in Broadway next summer called Straight White Men, directed by Anna Shapiro and written by Young Jean Lee. And it is an amazing opportunity, and I have no idea what I'm doing on stage. So if you have any pointers or literally any advice at all.
Act good.
Oh. That one might be tough.
What is the play about? I could give you some pointers.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically about the concept of, toxic masculinity and what it is to be a straight white male and the things that are expected of you from that, and, that whole kind of thing. You really
When was the last time you were on stage?
Never. Literally never.
You've never been on stage in a small little theater or anything?
No, well, I mean, all of my training as an actor is kind of like stage-based. I did that kind of Stella Adler training, all that stuff. So I've been on stage in front of an acting class, but I've never been on stage in front of people. So what do I do?
Well, I think the great thing about a play is that, and the great thing about theater is that everyone watches it and lives it from A to Z, all the way through.
Okay,
so you will get caught up in it. And the one piece of advice that I would probably give is to be very careful and protective of your voice. Because I've done musicals before where you have to be careful of your voice. But a lot of people go and start shouting in a play not realizing that they need to shout almost as if they're singing, because doing that 8 times a week and getting intense, suddenly 2 months later, you're totally hoarse and you have to keep doing it and you can hurt your cords. So pay attention to your throat.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
There's too many jokes after saying pay attention to your throat. Especially given your film.
Yeah. Call me by your name, everybody.
By Armie's co-star, Timothy Chalamet, when we come back. So stick around and we'll talk about this amazing movie.
Making things very difficult for me.
Live. I'm your guest host, Neil Patrick Harris. I'm here with Armie Hammer. Our next guest recently won the Gotham Independent Film Award for Breakthrough Actor, co-starring alongside our first guest in Call Me By Your Name. Please welcome Timothy Chalamet. Thanks for coming here.
Hey, everyone.
I'm so excited to have you both here. This movie is the #1 movie that I'm dying to see. I haven't seen it, and I've heard nothing but outstanding response for it.
Uh-oh, his expectation is too high already.
No, high expectations, but can you tell everyone a little synopsis of it?
Sure. Okay, I'm not as good at this as Armie is, so cut me off if I don't describe it in a good way. But it's a film called Call Me By Your Name. It takes place in northern Italy. I play Elio Perlman, who's a 17-year-old, precocious, book-smart kid whose father has a visiting graduate student come every summer. And this year it happens to be Armie Hammer. And who wouldn't fall in love with this guy right here? And we fall in love, and there's a...
Am I right?
There's a love affair that ensues. And I think I did it. That was all right.
Yeah, nailed it.
Okay, all right.
Well, I can't wait to see it, and I hope everyone does. You're also getting great notices you're in Lady Bird, right?
Yes.
With Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all well and good. We're here to talk about Call Me By Your Name. Neil, if you don't mind.
He's got 2 big movies that are on.
Little Lady Bird contingent over there.
So you haven't acted much in big feature film roles until this, so you have 2 gigantic roles going on.
So yeah, certainly not in like lead capacity, so apologies to everyone in the audience here who's like, who the hell is this guy right now? But
are you getting recognized a lot when you go out?
Nice. No. I got paparazzi for the first time the other day.
So you got paparazzi'd?
Is that how do you say it?
That's a verb. That's a verb, yeah.
It's a verb.
How do you say it when it happens?
Normally. Yeah.
Okay,
What was that? What did that feel like? That's weird. That must be a weird...
Yeah, I was like shocked. I like looked behind me. I don't know, it was super weird. Yeah,
I always
like
find
you
it
said,
disarming, right? Because you coming out of a restaurant or whatever, you ate, and then all of a sudden someone's out, and it's as if you've done something terribly wrong. They're snapping pictures, and they're aggressive, and
it's not that. There's like one guy.
That's so really great.
Yeah, he probably thought I was like Freddie Highmore or something.
You're better looking than Freddie Highmore.
No, you can't say that on TV. No.
He's the host. He can say whatever he wants.
Yeah, that's true. I can't today. So wait, I just mentioned you were named Breakthrough Actor of the Year at the Gotham Independent Film Awards. Congratulations. What was that night like?
Okay, this is gonna sound cheesy or something, but it was like one of the greatest nights of my life.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess I went with my mom, and I didn't think that was gonna be like the most fun +1, but it was like a really great time.
You can't say that on TV.
Which camera's mom? That one? Love you, Mom. Okay. And,
she just turned it off, don't worry.
She's like, yeah, she's not watching this. So it was just totally surreal. I didn't realize what a big thing it was going to be. And
you gave a speech.
And I got to give a little speech, and I shouted out Cardi B in my speech because I was like, well, it was
Cardi B.
because
naturally.
It was a New York event, and I felt, I'm a New York guy, and I felt like it was due diligence to thank any and all New York artists that inspired me. And the next day, somebody had messaged her that this kid had mentioned her in a speech, and, she acknowledged it. So there's an infinitesimal part of Cardi B's brain that knows I exist.
Yeah, she fully slid into your DMs.
No, not at all.
So you guys are on the press tour talking about the movie. What was it? Tell me a little story about what it was like working with your director, because he's supposed to be amazing. I heard that you shot things in sequence.
Yeah.
Which is unique. You shot from the beginning all the way through to the end.
Yeah.
Was it you were in a little Italian city, and were you kind of living the performances and the roles?
Yeah, we definitely were. I mean, we were sort of like sequestered. I mean, you go.
Well,
you
no,
go,
a couple of exceptions, though. A couple of you like living the roles. No, not everything. Not everything. Okay. It took a couple seconds there to make sense, but that's all right. No, you do this. You describe it better.
I don't know. All I know is I went to Italy thinking like, oh, I've got like a cursory level of Italian. Like this is going to be fine. I got this. And we ended up going to a restaurant and I tried to order a steak in Italian, and I messed it up terribly because they brought me a raw steak. And I don't mean like raw, like, you know, oh, we cook it a little in, a little bit, it's raw in the middle. They brought me a steak that had never seen a heat source.
No.
Like, literally, like, just, like, straight cut from, like, the whole muscle, like, a piece of steak. And I was so ashamed that I wouldn't own up to it, so I just sat there and ate an entire raw steak. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When in Italy.
Yep. There you go, yeah.
Eat raw steak. Yes.
Well, congratulations on the movie. I cannot wait. I hope it gets great acclaim, and you guys are amazing. So thanks for being here. Call Me By Your Name is in select theaters now. Armie and Timothy Chalamet, everyone. We'll be right back with Vanessa Kirby. Don't go anywhere.